Hey everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. Hope you're having a great day today. It's getting a little bit colder. If you live up north, the temperatures are definitely changing. Fall is a crazy time, but I love the holiday season. I'm feeling very thankful, feeling very blessed on this fine November 12th, 2025. Let's talk about it. Bookkeepers and really entrepreneurs, business owners, this applies to anybody. How to verify your Google My Business profile verification. Now, stick around, stick with me for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to be going live. I'm going to be on my podcast. I'm going to be making this video. I'm only going to talk about this for maybe 5 minutes at most. So I'm going to start by talking about how to verify your Google My Business profile. And then I'm going to open up the floor. So if you're watching live, I'm going to open up the chat. You can ask as many questions as you want, and I'll do my best to answer everybody. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, if you're watching me live, let me know. If you're watching the replay the day after, consider joining me live. I go live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel. And if you're listening to my podcast on Apple or Spotify and you want to check out the video, I'm also on YouTube. So feel free to find me wherever you can. Either way, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you listening. So let's talk about it. How to verify your Google My Business profile verification. And I'm bringing this up right now because I just got verified yesterday. And I'm so happy that I did it. I started Zip Capital, my investment fund, back in January. I did not have a Google My Business profile, and I went 10 months without having one. January through October, I did not have a Google My Business profile and I did not have a website. But just yesterday, I finally got verified and I'm so happy I did. Here's the process. Here's what I had to go through because with my bookkeeping business and my investment fund, Zip Capital, I work out of my home office. So I don't have a legitimate storefront. Last week, I made the profile. I tried to get verified. I did the verification video. I went outside. I took a video of my street sign. I took a video of my mailbox with the number of my house. I walked through the front door. I showed them my home office and I showed them my LLC articles of organization. I showed them my EIN document and I thought that was good enough. But I did see part of the requirement was the business assets. They needed to see business cards or they needed to see my logo on a work vehicle. I thought I don't have that, but I figured LLC articles of organization, EIN, like that should be good enough. Those are legitimate government documents that have my name and business and address on them. So like that should be good enough. Turns out it was not good enough. So last week I submitted the video twice, got rejected both times. So went to vistaprint.com. I ordered some very basic business cards. I spent 20 bucks. I got 50 business cards. I actually had them express shipped overnight so that I could get them faster. Spent 20 bucks. Well worth it. And I just made the exact same video for my Google My Business profile verification. Just did the exact same video, but this time I included the business cards in the video. It got approved same day. To me, that is absolutely crazy. Are you kidding me? You really had to see a business, like anybody could have done that. To me, that just makes no sense. Kind of frustrating, really silly. It makes no sense. Like anybody could have just ordered those business cards. Like there is no proof. Like I feel like the LLC articles of organization from the state, the federal EIN document, to me that's such a more legitimate document. But a bit like literally anybody could have ordered that business card with my name on it and my address and my phone number. Like to me that shows absolutely no proof of ownership, no proof of business. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But I guess it doesn't matter because they approved, they verified my Google My Business profile the exact same day. So moving forward, all you have to do is go outside, take a video of your street sign, take a video of your mailbox, walk through the front door, show your home office, show your business card. You should get approved. This is good news for all of you business owners, entrepreneurs, bookkeepers working remotely out of your home office. You don't need an office. You don't need a physical building to get verified. You don't need to wrap your vehicle with your logo. You can just spend 20 bucks and get some business cards and you can get your Google My Business profile verified. And I thought that I didn't need to do it, but I'm so happy I did it because I went crazy. I got 10 5-star Google reviews yesterday. As a bookkeeper, as an investment fund manager, this is all about trust. Our business is all based on trust. So we want our customers, our investors, our clients to trust us. And one of the best ways to do that is to have a public facing online profile where everybody can review and rate you. That's just the best way to gain the trust of the public is by having a Google My Business profile set up so that you can get public reviews. So once you get verified, go ahead and send that link to everybody you know, everybody who you've worked with, and ask them to give you a review. You want to make sure you get some reviews on your profile so that people can find you. I will say there is another lesson, there is another takeaway from having this, and that is you don't need everything to be perfect to get started. Look at me. I started Zip Capital 10 months ago. I did not have a website. I did not have a Google My Business profile. I just started marketing. I just started talking about Zip Capital on the internet. Friends, family, at networking events, at conferences, social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, email. I started talking about my business. I started advertising, I started marketing, and sure, it wasn't perfect. I didn't have everything 100% figured out. I didn't have a beautiful, perfect website, didn't even have a Google My Business profile, but it was good enough. So the lesson learned is that you don't need to have every single thing perfect before you get started. You can absolutely start your bookkeeping business today, right now, without having a Google My Business profile or a website. But I definitely recommend at some point in the very near future, get the profile, get the social media, get the website, get it all eventually, but you don't need it in the beginning to get started. That's it. That's my advice for how to verify your Google My Business profile. Now let's get to the questions. Let's see. What are the questions? So I'm going to be going live for the next 10, 20 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and I will do my best to answer everybody's questions. Let's see. Bob Rivera. Bank and credit card statements come out at different times of the month. When do you reconcile and deliver reports in this case after all are received or individually? That's a great question. So I definitely get the bank statement. Almost all bank statements are the last day of the month, almost all the time. So definitely, as an example for October, to send out an October profit and loss, I'm definitely going to get the October bank statement. That way I can reconcile the bank account. I'm also definitely going to get the October credit card statement, probably October 15th, maybe October 20th, October 27th. Not sure. Every credit card company is different, but definitely going to get the October credit card statement. Now, once those two accounts are reconciled, relatively good to go. But as you mentioned, with the credit card, yes, there are going to be some transactions that are not reconciled from October 15th to October 31st if it's an October 14th credit card statement, or you get the idea. If the credit card statement is from October 20th, then yeah, October 21st, everything after October 20th is technically not reconciled. So you've got two options here. In the past, if this credit card is 99% accurate, almost always just reconciles with no problem, go ahead and send their profit and loss. If you have a lot of problems with this credit card, Chase, American Express, two really big credit card companies have been having a lot of problems over the past 12 months in QuickBooks Online. So if it's Chase, if it's American Express, and you have historically been having problems with the reconciliation, then maybe consider waiting to send the October profit and loss until you get the November credit card statement, as long as it's not too late. If it's a November 5th credit card statement, absolutely. November 10th, sure, definitely wait, get that. But once you get November 15th and beyond, in my opinion, I think that's too late. November 15th is too late. I would just send the October profit and loss after you reconcile the October credit card statement, and then request the November 15th credit card statement as fast as possible. Reconcile the credit card as of November 15th. And then if there's nothing wrong, you're good. But if there was a huge, glaring, multi-$1,000 mistake, then I would maybe send a corrected, updated profit and loss to the customer and let them know what happened, why it happened. Okay, let's go back to the questions. Let's see. Rose Marshall, Live, great, loud and clear. Appreciate you. We can hear you and see you. Awesome. Joe Schramm. Good morning, Zach. Everything's running smooth. All right, let's go. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Can't believe we're almost halfway done with the week. Bob Rivera. I'm working on my discovery call questions. Can you clarify why you ask how many employees a company has? No reason other than the fact that it just kind of helps me judge the size and complexity of the business. A company that has 2 employees is much different than a company that has 10, 15, 20 employees. So it just kind of, it's a little bit more data that just kind of goes in the back of my mind. It doesn't directly correlate to any specific formula or calculations when I'm quoting somebody. It just generally gives me a good idea of how complex their business is. Michelle Molden Coleman. Good morning, Zach, from Oklahoma. That's awesome. Appreciate you, Michelle. Thanks for tuning in from Oklahoma. Shelby McLean, I just started my bookkeeping business and received an interest from a client who wants to set up a meeting. I'm so nervous. What are my next steps? Talk to the client on the phone, ask them questions. Don't be nervous. Actually, yes, be nervous because it's going to be your first time. And guess what? You're going to make mistakes, but that's okay. You're going to make mistakes. There's no way around it. Just try to do your best. That's really all that you can do. Be at your computer, be at your desk when you take the phone call. Have pen and paper ready to take notes, or have your computer ready to take notes. Limit your distractions. If you've got kids or pets or repairmen coming over or the cleaning companies coming over, limit distractions. No distractions. Take the phone call. Come up with 5 to 10 questions. Leverage ChatGPT. Come up with 5 to 10 questions before you meet with this person. The very first question you should say is, hey, thanks so much for meeting with me today. Why don't you go ahead and get started? Tell me a little bit about your business, and let them talk. Let them talk. And then ask 5 to 10 questions. Are you currently using QuickBooks Online? How many employees do you have? How many bank accounts do you have? How many credit card accounts do you have? When do you want me to get started? What's your budget for bookkeeping? Do you have somebody doing your taxes? Who's doing your payroll? What kind of business do you have? Just ask general 5 to 10 questions. But ultimately, at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, you need to move on to next steps. What are the next steps? The next steps are, I need to give you a quote. In order for me to give you a quote, I need to see your 3 most recent bank statements and credit card statements, or I need to be invited to your QuickBooks account. Morning, but good luck. Let us know how it goes, Shelby. I would really encourage you to hop on live with us next week and let us know how it goes. We are all rooting for you. We've all been there. Everybody who's gone through their first sales consultation, it is nerve-wracking. We've all been there, but you're going to do great. Trust me. Morning, Zach. I'm a full-time knife maker. That's pretty cool. And slowly moving into bookkeeping to keep a more stable income coming in for the family. Your videos have been super helpful. David, you are the one and only first knife maker I've ever met. So, what an honor to meet you, Mr. David Gray. Thank you for your contribution to the knife community. Luke Pfeiffer, good morning, Zach. Good morning. Benjamin Hicks, do you use a different agreement with a cleanup as opposed to a monthly fee? No, because whenever I quote people, I still quote them per month. So, if they want me to do their bookkeeping for a 2024 cleanup, or let's just say a 2025 cleanup, I'm going to quote them $500 per month. And then my services are going to start in January of 2025. So at the end of my client agreement, it's going to say that I'm going to charge them 11 times 500, which is $5,500. So at the time that you sign this agreement, I'm going to charge you $5,500 as a one-time fee for the cleanup and including November bookkeeping. And then you also, by signing this, you also agree to be charged monthly on the first of every month starting December 1st for $500. So the client agreement does not change. I still charge people monthly, but instead of starting this month, I will just charge you for the past 11 months. That's a great question. Appreciate you asking that. When you post on social media like Facebook, do you use your personal Facebook page or your business Facebook page? Luke, everything runs through my personal page. I don't do anything with my business page. I don't think Facebook business pages are very good. Everything, Zach Pasquarello, Harrisburg Bookkeeping, and Zip Capital are one in the same. All 3 of those things are the exact same. Everybody knows Zach Pasquarello is the owner of Harrisburg Bookkeeping. I'm that bookkeeper guy on Facebook, and I'm also that Zip Capital private money lender guy on Facebook. So everything runs through my personal page. I think that's the best way to do it. Amanda Rose Kelly, if a client uses PayPal or Square, do you have them send you a statement every month for it or just tell you the fees? Either way works. They can just tell you the fees or they can send you the statement. It doesn't really matter either way. I would probably rather get the statement just so that you can 100% verify that all the information is correct, but either way, it doesn't matter. Amanda Rose Kelly, heads up everyone. If you have multiple home based businesses or if your spouse has a business of the same address, Google might automatically reject you for deceptive content. Amanda Rose, that is a great point. Fortunately, I don't have that issue, but I could definitely see that being a problem. So appreciate you bringing that up. That's a great point. Hey, Zach, how would you record a sales tax that was paid? Would we have to go into QBO and click sales tax overview? Or is this something we can do in the bank feed? This is a complicated question. Chili Davids 2037. If they are using QuickBooks to keep track of their sales tax, yes, you will want to go into the sales tax feature inside of QuickBooks and you will want to mark that sales tax as paid. And so every throughout the month, if you're using QuickBooks to record sales tax, throughout the month, it's going to create, you're going to receive money for sales tax collected, but it's not going to be recorded as income. It's going to be recorded as a liability. So throughout the month, if you're using QuickBooks in your invoices and sales receipts to track sales tax, let's say, easy example, I charge somebody $100, but it's actually $106. You with sales tax, you pay me $106. Here's how it works. Back end accounting terms, debits and credits. Debit bank account $106, credit income $100, credit sales tax liability $6. So now when you look at the balance sheet, we're going to have $106 in the bank account, $100 in net income, and $6 under liabilities, sales tax liability. So at the next month, when you go to pay your sales tax, you're going to credit cash for $6 and debit sales tax liability for $6. You are going to pay your sales tax liability for $6. That's one way to do it. If you're doing everything properly, correctly, that's how it should be done. Now, if you're not using QuickBooks to track your sales tax, if everything coming into your bank account is all just getting recorded as income, there's a couple ways that you could do this. So right now, so using that same example, $106. If you're not tracking it correctly, now it just looks like debit 106, debit cash 106, credit income 106. So now next month, when you pay $6 in sales tax, I'm just using very small numbers as an example. You get the idea. Next month, you credit cash for $6. Now you have a choice. I would probably just keep it simple and debit income for $6, even though that's definitely not the right way to do it because you're going to be overstating income the month before, understating income the next month. It's not the right way to do it, but at the end of the day, your net income will still be $100 at the end of the day. Not the right way to do it, but it could potentially work. The other way you could do it, if you wanted to record the income in the previous month, then next month, whenever you pay the sales tax, you could debit an expense instead of debiting income. So instead of decreasing income, you could have a sales tax expense. Once again, not the right way to do it. The other option is you could almost retroactively record the sales tax. So if you see a sales tax payment come out, I don't know, November 12th for $6, what you could do is you could just record a journal entry October 31st for $6. So you could retroactively record the journal entry for sales tax. So you could debit income for $6 and credit sales tax liability for $6 to make October income true and accurate. So there's a bunch of different options. You obviously want to try to do things perfectly the right way in the beginning, but not always possible. So hopefully that makes sense. Brian Birdsong, I mixed it up a bit. My initial LinkedIn connection has the simple I'm a bookkeeper message. My Facebook requests, I check back with them in 15 days. It's tax time. I've had good leads so far. That's amazing. Keep it up, Brian. Appreciate you sharing that. Zach, just got my first 3 clients. This is coming from Aaron. Thank you for your help. Quick question regarding LinkedIn connections. Do you reach out to someone that accepts a request right away, or do you still wait 30 days? Absolutely. I still wait 30 days always. I always wait 30 days. I never want to message somebody right away. I think that's a very bad idea because here's the reason: my marketing needs to work. I need to give my marketing time to work. So I send connection requests. I get new connections, new friends on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I want them to see my marketing content for the next 30 days. I want them to learn who I am, what I'm doing. I want to build a relationship with them. I want them to start to trust me. So if I message them right away, my message will fall on deaf ears, so to speak. But if I message them in 30 days, or even honestly, the longer you can wait to message somebody, the better. The more time your marketing and your engagement has to work. The longer you wait, the better, but wait at least 30 days. Because then when you send them a message, they say, "Oh, yeah, Aaron, I know who you are. I've seen your posts. We've actually interacted a few times. I've seen you comment on my stuff. I've seen your page. I watched your videos. I know who you are." Much easier sales pitch at that point. Joe Schramm, been posting daily to Facebook and LinkedIn, adding small business owners on Facebook, liking and commenting on their posts, and waiting 30 days until I DM them. Nothing yet. Gonna keep pushing. Joe, here's what you have to do. So you keep making more content, but you also have to make it better. You can't just make the same boring Facebook post over and over again, get 2 likes, and expect different results. You have to make them better. You have to always try to make your content better. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing more, but once you get to a point where you're comfortable with your volume, then try to make it better. And there's no magic secret to making better content. But what you can do, look for inspiration. Read books, read magazines, watch TV, read blogs, watch YouTube videos like this one, follow other influencers, follow other entrepreneurs, follow me on social media. If you want to see what I'm doing, you need to learn what other people are doing. You can't just start marketing and creating marketing content and spend no time trying to get better, no time trying to learn, and just automatically assume you're going to be good at this. Creating social media marketing content, incredibly hard. Well, let me rephrase that. Creating marketing content, very easy. Consistently creating good marketing content, incredibly hard. So it would be foolish of anybody, myself included, to think that I can just start creating really high quality marketing content without learning, researching, developing, experimenting, and trying new ideas. So always try to get better. Always try to learn and improve your marketing content. Real quick, I will mention this video is sponsored by Zip Capital. So I've got a real estate debt investment fund. So I'm offering 8 to 12% fixed returns to accredited investors. The minimum to invest is $25,000. If you want to join my local investment fund, then you can register. There's a link down below in the description of this video, and you can register on my website and we can talk about it. And what I do with your money, so you invest in my company, I pay you 8 to 12% fixed returns, and then I turn around and use your money and lend to other real estate investors. And so all of my loans are secured with a first lien mortgage on investment properties, primarily single family homes, residential fix and flips. So I lend in Pennsylvania, and my real estate investors pay me 12% interest. There's a mortgage, promissory note, real estate attorneys draft all the documents, very secure. I do all the underwriting. So if you want to join my investment fund, register on my website. I would love to chat about that. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Zach, how do you make LinkedIn connections with business owners and real estate investors? I have had my account for a while because of school, but never used it. Alec, I really recommend LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's about $100 per month. I recommend give it a try. You might be able to get a free trial. LinkedIn Sales Navigator makes it really simple to find other business owners. You can search for very specific criteria: job title, current employer, years of experience, where they went to college, where they work now. Definitely recommend look into LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Let's see. Next question. Hi, Zach. I enjoy all your content. Yet, how did you convert your website views into recurring clients? Website views. I do not get clients for my website. Not saying you can't. I know there's a ton of entrepreneurs, business owners who absolutely their website is a very good marketing tool. If you optimize your website for SEO and have AI automations in your website, it can be great for lead generation. That's not how I grew my businesses. I did all of my lead gen, all of my marketing, all of my sales on social media. So, not saying that's the best way to do it. That's just the way that I've done it. Everything I talk about is all based on my own personal experience. So, I teach people how to do what I did because that's the only thing that I really know. So, I never used my website to necessarily get clients. I more so used my website once I connected with somebody on social media and we had a conversation, I might send them my website so that they can learn more information. So I really use my website as a digital brochure. That's really what I use my website for. It looks professional, it makes me look legitimate, and it's just something that I can quickly send to people and they can look at it and they can read my biography, they can see my services, and maybe they can fill out my contact information. Next question. Who do you add on Facebook? I never had social media and have no one. Okay. If you've never had social media before, start by adding friends and family. Get a few Facebook friends first. If you have zero Facebook friends, start by getting legit friends on your Facebook, actual family members and friends. Get them first. But then after that, look for business owners. We obviously sell services to other business owners. So, other business owners are our prospective clients, right? So, find business owners. How do you do that? Join local Facebook groups relevant to business owners. Perfect example in Pennsylvania, there is a Central PA supports small business owners. There's a Facebook group that has more than 20,000 people in the group, and it's all about small business owners. So join that Facebook group, and then you can search through the people in that group. More specifically, search through the people in that group who are members with things in common. People in that Facebook group who have things in common with you. Most typically, mutual friends. Find people in those Facebook groups, in those business groups who have mutual friends with you, and then request those people. Those are your prospective clients. What software do you use to draft auto ACH from your clients each month? So I use this in my Harrisburg bookkeeping business and in Zip Capital. All of my mortgages are set up on auto ACH payment. So all of my borrowers, they don't mail me a check. My bookkeeping clients don't mail me a check. I don't send them an invoice with a link to pay and just pray to God and hope that they pay me. Instead, I have an ACH authorization form, part of my client agreement. It's actually available for download on my website, linked down below. I have an ACH authorization form, part of my client agreement. I send that to the client. I use PandaDoc to electronically deliver my documents and collect signatures. PandaDoc, send the client agreement. Client signs it. They give me their account number, their bank, their routing number, and they sign it. They give me authorization to auto draft their account for the stated amount on the stated date, typically $500 on the first day of every month, starting December 1st, 2025. Once they sign that, I just simply log into my bank. I don't have software. I just use my bank account. I have treasury management, cash management, business bill pay. Every bank has a different term for it. Treasury management, cash management. I have it set up through my business bank account, and I'm able to auto draft, auto pull ACH payments from my borrowers and my bookkeeping clients. Best decision ever. I'm never waiting for invoices to be paid. Everything gets paid on the first day of the month. No questions asked, no issues. Joe Schramm, I did make a post this week using a pic of Sydney Sweeney in her recent interview, and it blew up on LinkedIn with almost 40,000 views and over 100 reactions, getting somewhere. Joe, that is the type of creativity, thinking outside of the box, that is going to get you new clients. Like, you have to think creatively. You can't just make I did this. I did this exact same thing 5 years ago. I made the exact same post over and over again, and it was boring, it was dry, and it did not promote engagement. But doing stuff like that, mixing it up, being creative, looking at the trends, seeing what everybody else is doing, that's how you grow your social media. So, Joe, really smart, really good idea. Keep doing stuff like that. But you also got to mix it up. So you want to do good stuff, engaging, exciting, interesting stuff like that, but you also have to remember we are not an entertainment meme page, meme, meme, internet meme. Like that's not the business that we're in. So we're not necessarily only chasing likes and followers. Very important to remember. You still need to establish yourself as a bookkeeping expert. You still need to build trust with your audience. So, yes, do the memes, do the interesting hot topic trending posts every once in a while, only to boost your algorithm and to promote engagement. But you also need to mix in bookkeeping related posts. You need to build trust and build awareness and establish yourself as a bookkeeping expert to your followers. So you can't just post the high engaging memes and viral posts. That's not going to get you bookkeeping clients. But if you couple that with the bookkeeping expert, with the personal posts, and mix it all together, that's the recipe for success. Okay. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. I am out of time. If I did not get a chance to answer your questions, please consider joining me tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll go live again. Appreciate you all. If you need any additional help, check out all the links in the description of this video. If you want to register and invest in Zip Capital, register on my website. I would love to chat with you, and follow me on all my other social media channels. They're all linked down below: Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Peace out, everybody. God bless you. Have a great day.